Hello, and welcome to segment 2, What's in it for me? This one was a challenging one for me because I feel like it's probably going to be one of the most important blogs because it's here at the beginning. It's where you're going to make your decision about whether or not you're going to keep listening. So there's some fears on my part that you'll listen to this and say, there ain't a lot in it for me. And you'll never come back to this page again. And there's a part of me that's kind of giddy with excitement at the thought that people will truly enjoy it. So inevitably, that adds a little bit of pressure. So bear with me as I get through this for what's in it for you. At the end of the day, I think in order for you to truly enjoy this blog, you have got to believe that you have a life's purpose. Not everybody does. There's people who believe that we're just here and you just do your thing. There's people who believe it's really just about the survival of the fittest. There's no real purpose of it. Some people are going to make it and some people aren't. So fundamentally, you have to believe that you have a life's purpose. Or really, this isn't the audio blog for you. The reason why I think fundamentally you have to start there is because the work that we're going to do through this blog is about sharing our experiences, our stories, of all the things that impact our ability to identify what our life's purpose is, and then how to live in it, how to live it every day. Tough business. Some people, they do it almost out of the womb. They know what their purpose is, and they're living it every day. A good example I'll use is, there's a young man that I know. I won't share his name at this time, but for those who know me, they'll know who I'm talking about. I think he was probably 8 years old when I first started hearing him play the guitar. And it was just beautiful. He could play songs. I was like, wow, I actually recognize what he's playing. I mean, it's almost like coming out of the womb, he knew he was supposed to be a guitar player. Or he figured it out. He picked up a guitar one day, and all of a sudden, he had this effortless way of making music that made people feel good. And today, as a teenager, he's living this purpose. He's playing at coffee houses and county fairs. He's doing all those things to exercise and live in his purpose of life. And what I find beautiful is that I got to know him when. Because there's no doubt in my mind this was his purpose, and he's going to be big. He was meant to share it on a much, much larger scale than he's at right now today. But, we got to take it easy because I think it's good to be humble. So take it slow. But he's going to get there. And so I mention that story because I do believe that finding your life's purpose starts with identifying that thing that you do naturally, and you do it very well. You just do it. And not only have you done it over the years, but every time you have, you've gotten affirmations from people that says you are really good at that. That is really powerful. Wow. You got all those affirmations that says those good. Starts with those things first. And then once you identify what some of those things are, and if you think about it, it's something that you do naturally, something that you're very good at. I mean, it's almost effortless for you to do it. So at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, can this potentially be what my life's purpose was supposed to be? And I think the only difference is that we got some people who figure it out almost immediately as children. And then there's others like myself who go through life figuring, I don't know what it is. I'm hoping it's just going to drop in on me one day. What I've learned is that it takes a lot of work. It's taken me 8 years to get where I'm at. 6 of those 8 years was just trying to figure out what it was. And let me tell you that it's one thing to know what your life's purpose is. It's a whole nother thing to be living it. I believe in this whole quest for me, that's going to be the trickiest part, is trying to figure out how to live it every day. And so if you believe that you have a life's purpose and you're just not sure where to go, what to do, how to start, this audio blog is for you. If you believe you have a life's purpose and you know what your purpose is, but you have not been able to figure out, how do I live it every day? I've gotten myself into a career, into a life, and I know that I'm supposed to be doing this. I know a woman who, she knows she's supposed to be a writer. She's supposed to be a best-selling writer out there. But she's got a job, she's got a family, she's got all this stuff that she's got to do, and she just doesn't have time to sit down and write. So she doesn't live it. She doesn't live it every day. She might think about it every day, but she's not living it every day. If you know what your purpose is, but you're not living it every day, this blog is for you. I even believe that this blog is also for those who have figured out what their life's purpose is and they're living in it. Because as I mentioned before, I think it's hard to be in a situation where you're living out your life's purpose and you don't want to share it. There is just a lot of power in sharing that kind of experience to help others. Because I think at the root of believing in life purpose, you have to believe that everybody's got one. And at the end of the day, you know, if you're a pretty decent person out there, you're going to want to help others. So you'll be able to share your experiences. You'll be able to share some of the pitfalls and the successes of your road and your path to finding your life's purpose and living it. So if those things kind of fit for you, I think you're going to enjoy this blog. And I just want to remind you all, again, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert by any means. My goal in this blog is to share with you my experiences on my quest to find my own personal life's purpose. And I want you to share yours as well, because I think that sharing is important. And as I talked about in the first segment, post it out there on the wall. Post your stories, post your experiences. If you don't feel comfortable posting it out there, email it to me at gjsutter@me.com, and I'll post it out there anonymously on your behalf. So I hope you figured out if this is the blog for you. If it is, stay tuned for segment 3, because we got some work to do. Take care.